Good day, greetings students. I am very happy to meet you all again in grade 12 economics in Indian Economic Development IED, and we are discussing about the current challenges faced by the economy. So what are the current challenges faced by economy that we have discussed so far? Means we have discussed about poverty already, we have discussed about rural development already, and now we are moving on to discuss about employment. So in units 1 and 2, what are the things that we have discussed about Indian economy? In unit 1 we have discussed about how was our country on the eve of independence and after independence till 1990. So economic growth eppadi irundhuchu, development enna irundhuchu, what are the areas that we focused, all these points we have discussed. And then in unit 2 we spoke about the economic reforms that came into existence after 1990. So 1980s, mid 1980s la India faced a twin deficit. So we need to change the way our country's economy was running. So adukkaga we moved on to the LPG reforms, which is liberalization, privatization and globalization. So discussing about these liberalization, privatization and globalization patti pesunappo, we came to know various things about what were the positives and negatives of it. What is meant by globalization, outsourcing na enna, what is privatization, how is it done, liberalization at various levels, and all these things we have finished the discussion. And we moved on to discuss about the current challenges. We knew what was the past. Now we need to discuss about the current challenges, and we have discussed poverty and rural development. So poverty பொறுத்தளவு நம்ம என்ன பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா, what is meant by poverty, who are called poor people, what is poverty line, what are the government steps, okay, measures taken towards bringing people away from poverty alleviation programs நம்ம பார்த்தோம். Then in the chapter number 6 we discussed about rural development. What is meant by rural development, why rural development, how we can develop them அப்படின்னா, we spoke about education, literacy, health, then migration and all those things we spoke about. Now we moved on to another big challenge about the current economy, current position is employment. So if you are employed, then what happens? Employed irunda, you can increase your standard of living, you can alleviate yourself from poverty. Okay, so what is this employment? Idu nama current adu eppadi oru big challenge ah irukuna, still we get wanted columns, still we see in people that people are wanted. அப்படின்னா என்ன, the business opportunities are growing, நிறைய business organizations வந்ததுனால the employment opportunities have been created every day, but we still get news about unemployment problems. ஸோ ஒருத்தரோட பாவர்ட்டிக்கு பின்னாடி இருக்கிற ஒரு மேஜர் ரீசனாக நம்ம அன்எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட் பார்க்குறோம். ஸோ தட் மீன்ஸ் ஹவு இஸ் இட் பாசிபிள்? ஒரு சைடு எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ் க்ரியேட் பண்ணுறோம், இன்னொரு சைடு அன்எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட்டுங்கிற ஃபீச்சரும் போயிட்டு இருக்குது. அப்படிங்கிறப்போ ஹவு டஸ் இட் ஒர்க்? Okay, what is the change there or what not is the change அப்படின்னா, we are going to discuss that in this particular chapter. We are going to talk about employment, growth, informalization and other issues. So what are the things that we are going to learn அப்படின்னா, we are going to understand few basic concepts relating to employment, about what is an economic activity, non-economic activity, then worker, workforce and employment. Then we are going to talk about nature of participation of men and women, then nature and extent of unemployment, the initiatives taken by the government. Before we start this chapter about employment, we need to know what is meant by employment. Work na enna? Why do we need to work? Is it only to earn money? If it is only to earn money, then what about people who are born with silver spoons, who are born rich, who have lot of assets? Even they are going for work, even they feel to work. சரி ஓகே இஃப் இட் இஸ் சரி அவங்கள விட்டுருவோம். ஐ ஆம் ஒர்க்கிங் ஃபார் மை இன்கம் ஸ்டேட்டஸ் அப்படின்னு நான் எடுத்துக்கிட்டேன்னா, இஸ் இட் எவ்ரிபடி லைக் இன்கம் ஸ்டேட்டஸ் அவங்க அச்சீவ் பண்ணதுக்கப்புறமும் they keep working, இது முடிச்சு அது முடிச்சு அது, we keep on working for something or the other, our needs are keeping on growing. So what is it about it is what we are going to discuss in this chapter. So what has our father of nation told about employment is that what I object to is the craze for machinery, not machinery as such. The craze is for what they call about labor saving machinery. Men go on saving labor till thousands are without work and thrown on the open streets to die for starvation. So what does he say about this modernization? Or thought irukku, it is there in every 5-year goal appdi nama paathom. So through this modernization, when you adopt a technology, it should facilitate human beings, not remove them from work. What is it? The machinery or the modernization should facilitate men and not deprive them of their work. நம்ம ஜிடிபியில் பார்க்குறது இட் இஸ் த கிராஸ் டொமஸ்டிக் ப்ரொடக்ஷன். ஸோ மெஷினரியில் இருந்தால் என்ன, ஆர் வெதர் யூ யூஸ் லேபர், எப்படி இருந்தாலும் we are going to see what is the gross domestic product. பட் நேஷ்னல் இன்கம் எங்கேருந்து வரும்? The amount that you pay for the factors of production are also important, இல்லையா? Who are those factors of production? The wages that you pay for employees. Right, so employment opportunity illada pakshathila they starve to death even. Okay, if they don't have work, of course they have to go for poverty. They will again fall into poverty. So the employment problem should be addressed. Okay, it should not be kept aside, it should be addressed regularly. Understood? Okay, so people do a variety of work. They work on farms, banks, shops, factories, self-employment, they do a number of works. Now what is work? Okay, earlier factory work meant working in factories located in cities, whereas new technology has enabled people to produce those factory based goods at home in villages. So modernization oda இன்னொரு point என்ன அப்படின்னா, it has also enabled factories at home. ஒரு பெரிய ஹோட்டலில் ஃபுல் ஃப்ளெஜ்டு கிச்சனில் குக் பண்ணுறது மட்டும்தான் டிமாண்டில் இருக்குன்னு இல்லை. people who cook at home and send it to others also, okay, sell it to others also is in demand. Right, so the meaning is work is given, work is available. எல்லாத்தையுமே நம்ம என்னன்னு தான் பார்க்குறோம், ஒர்க்குன்னு தான் பார்க்குறோம். One more important thing to be noted is that not only men work nowadays, even women work. Okay, what can be called as employment and what will be added in the national income is what we are going to discuss now. So why work? First reason is to earn. To earn an income for living. That's the base reason. ஏன் work பண்றோம்? For earning. okay, for living. நம்மளோட family needs it பார்த்துக்கிறதுக்காக we need to earn. Fine, but some people who are very rich, who have inherited large assets also work. For what? So it gives us a sense of self-worth to get a sense of self-worth. To feel satisfied. Okay, so they might be rich, but education has been made compulsory or it has become essential for everybody. So நான் படிச்சதை நான் வேஸ்ட் பண்ணக்கூடாது. I need to put myself into practice. I need to be dependent காக we come out to work. Okay, it relates ourselves meaningfully others. நம்ம ஒரு social environmentல mix ஆகிறதுக்கு help பண்ணுறது எதுனா work. Just like schools and colleges are models of society, a workplace is also a model of society. நான் work பண்ணல அப்படின்னா I don't get to know people, I don't get to have experiences in my life, right? All I need is money for living அப்படின்னா அது என்கிட்ட இருக்கு. But what experiences will you get in your life? Isn't it? To feel a sense of belongingness with others. I am working னு சொல்றப்ப we have a self prestige there, right? So every working person is actively contributing to national income, and hence the development of the country by engaging in various economic activities is the real meaning of earning a living. So every earning citizen contributes to national income. So the development of the country is also dependent on the employment opportunities available in a country. ஒரு countryல இருக்கிற employment opportunities பொறுத்தும் அதோட development நம்மளால decide பண்ண முடியும். So we work not only for ourselves but for a sense of accomplishment when we work to meet the requirement of those who are dependent on us. So we work, why work? To take care of others. So we have seen in movies, we have heard in situations where fathers work overtime. They strain themselves and work. எதுக்குன்னா அடுத்த நாள் ஒரு ஃபெஸ்டிவலாக இருக்கும். அவங்க பசங்களுக்கு தேவையான ஸ்வீட்ஸ் அண்ட் கிராக்கர்ஸ் ஏதோ ட்ரெஸ் வாங்கிறதுக்காக they work extra time. ஸோ ஒர்க்குங்கிறது நமக்காக மட்டும் இல்லாமல் நம்ம மேலே டிபெண்ட்டாக இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு தேவைப்படுற விஷயங்களை செய்கிறதுக்காகவும் we need to work. Okay, to meet the requirements of those who are dependent on us. So understanding the importance of work only, Mahatma Gandhi ji insisted upon education and training through a varieties of work including craft. So what people should be educated, people should be educated and trained to do varieties of work, not only one kind of work, varieties of work including கிராஃப்ட். வீட்டில் இருந்தே விமனால் பண்ண முடிகிற விஷயங்கள், வீட்டில் இருந்தே நம்மளால் செய்ய முடிகிற விஷயங்கள் எல்லாமே நம்ம தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். we need to work, okay, because it depends, it makes the country a developed country. Okay, so studying about working people gives us insights into the quality and nature of employment in our country and helps in understanding and planning our human resources. So ஒரு countryக்கு எதுக்கு தேவை அப்படின்னா studying the nature of employment helps in planning human resources. Okay, so it helps in what? It helps in planning human resources. எந்த இடத்துல நம்ம ட்ரெயின் பண்ணணும், என்ன மாதிரியான எஜுகேஷன் ஃபெசிலிட்டிஸ் கொடுக்கணும். ஈவன் இன் 11 and 12 they have a group called occasional group. ஸோ அது என்ன சொல்லி கொடுப்பாங்கன்னா டால் மேக்கிங், டெய்லரிங், ஹேண்டிகிராஃப்ட்ஸ் அந்த மாதிரி சொல்லி கொடுப்பாங்க. பிகாஸ் டு நோ த நேச்சர் ஆஃப் எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட் தென் ஒன்லி வி கேன் பிளான் த ஹியூமன் ரிசோர்ஸஸ். என்ன மாதிரி ரிக்வயர்மெண்ட் இருக்குன்னு தெரிஞ்சுட்டு அதுக்கேற்ற மாதிரி பிளான் பண்ணுறதுக்காக we need to study about the working people and the nature of employment. Okay, it helps to analyze the contribution made by different industries and sectors towards national income. It also helps us to address many social issues. Employment பற்றி தெரியாது அப்படின்னா if you don't study about employment mechanism, how will you know about exploitation? How will you make labor laws? How will you how will you discuss poverty? How will you talk about child labor? இது எல்லாத்துக்கும் எது பேஸ்? எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட். ஏன்னா எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட் பற்றி தெரிஞ்சாதான் யூ கேன் டாக் அபவுட் வாட் இஸ் த சைல்ட் லேபர், ஹவு மச் சைல்ட் லேபர் ஆர் இன்வால்வ்டு, ஹவு மெனி ஆர் எம்ப்ளாய்டு, என்ன மாதிரி இண்டஸ்ட்ரீஸில் எம்ப்ளாய் ஆயிருக்காங்க. டு ஸ்டடி ஆல் தீஸ் திங்ஸ் யூ நீட் வாட்? You need to talk about employment. You need to analyze the employment pattern that runs within the country. Okay, so studying about employment, the study on employment reveals the contributions of different sectors to national income. நம்ம சொல்கிறோம் இல்லையா, அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் செக்டர்ஸ் கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன், இண்டஸ்ட்ரியல் செக்டர்ஸ் கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன். ஸோ எப்படி நம்ம பிரிக்கிறோம்? பேஸ்ட் ஆன் த நேச்சர் அண்ட் குவாலிட்டி ஆஃப் த எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட் we divide them into different sectors and thus we can understand the contributions done by different sectors towards the national income. It shows the development of the country and we can address the social issues. So ஒரு இடத்துல in a particular organization, if a certain community is caste wise, if their employment opportunity is given, so அங்கே caste discrimination நடக்குது, gender discrimination நடக்குது, இதை பற்றியெல்லாம் நம்ம பேசுகிறோம். பட் from where we get all these data, how do we analyze it அப்படின்னா, only if we study about the employment situation and working people, we get ideas about all these things so that we can address these issues and make the necessary solutions. Okay, so what we are doing? So we have discussed about employment. So what is the basic thought? Why do people work? What is the essentiality of working? Is it only to earn income அப்படின்னா? No, not only for a living but for satisfying the requirements of people who are dependent on us to feel self-satisfaction and to get a sense of self-worth. I am working, நான் சும்மா இல்லைங்கிற அந்த ஃபீல் இருக்கும். Okay, I am giving a very good advice to you. Never ever tell your mothers, okay, avanga vandu they are, don't think that they are just housewife, she is not working. What is your mother அப்படினா, don't say that my mother is home working or my mother is at home, my mother is not doing anything. Don't ever say it, because she creates the home. It is a very bad feeling to not work. You are creating this to your mother if you are telling like that. Okay, if she is not there, who will take care of you? Right? Actually, some economists, they argue that the work done by the women at work at home should be calculated as employment. Generally அவங்களை நம்ம அன்எம்ப்ளாய்டுன்னு சொல்லிடுறோம். அவங்க செய்கிற வேலையை வந்து நான் எக்கனாமிக் ஆக்டிவிட்டின்னு நம்ம சொல்கிறோம். அவங்க நமக்காக துணி துவைக்கிறது நான் எக்கனாமிக் ஆக்டிவிட்டி. அதுவே அதை ட்ரை கிளீனரில் போட்டு நம்ம வாங்குறப்போ அது எக்கனாமிக் ஆக்டிவிட்டி. ரைட்? ஒரு ஹோட்டல் வந்து எக்கனாமிக் ஆக்டிவிட்டி. ஆனால் நம்ம அம்மா நமக்காக சமைக்கிறது நான் எக்கனாமிக் ஆக்டிவிட்டி. ஃபைன். ஸோ திஸ் டிஸ்கிரிமினேஷன் இட் செல்ஃப் இஸ் ராங் ஆக்சுவலி. For our convenience we are taking it like that. அவங்களோட கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன் எதுவுமே நேஷ்னல் இன்கம்க்கு இல்லைங்கிறதுனால நம்ம அவங்கள அன்எம்ப்ளாய்டுன்னு சொல்கிறோமே தவிர்த்து இட் இஸ் நாட் தட் தே ஆர் நாட் டூயிங் எனிதிங். நெவர் எவர் எவர் discriminate someone for not working, because it will definitely affect their self-worth. So நம்ம ஏன் பேசிக்காக ஒர்க் பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னா, one thing is to earn அப்படின்னா, second thing is to earn a self-respect. Only if I respect myself, others automatically respect me. Okay, and every person who is earning, okay, who is into an employment is actually a contributor towards the national income. So they are taken to be an economic contributor. And what else we have discussed? So to be employed, we need to be educated and need to be trained to do variety of work. So modernization should not remove people from their work, but it should facilitate them to earn better with less work. And a study on working people will give you an insight about the real situation, about what are the kinds of employment, natures of employment available, and it reveals the contributions of different sectors to national income. It helps in identifying the social issues that has to be addressed. So employment opportunities பற்றி தெரிஞ்சாதான் நம்ம poverty பற்றி பேச முடியும். When you know that people are in a poor condition, then of course you need to concentrate about their employment opportunities. ஸோ இப்போ பாவர்ட்டி அலிவியேஷன்லேயே 100 days ஒர்க் ஸ்கீம் இருக்குது. தட் இஸ் அன் எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி. சும்மா நம்ம ஃப்ரீபீஸ் கொடுக்கல. வி கிரியேட் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ் ஃபார் தெம் டு ஏர்ன். Okay, thus employment is actually a current challenge, and it plays a very very important role in shaping our economy. Understood? So we have to take employment as a serious note. Understood? Now we are going to discuss about workers and employment. Who is a worker and which is called an employment? Is every work called an employment? என்ன நம்ம வேலை செஞ்சாலும் அது எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட் தானா? யாரெல்லாம் நம்ம ஒர்க்கர்னு சொல்ல முடியும்? We have different terms. Employees சொல்கிறோம், workers சொல்கிறோம். So are they all same or they all different? எதெல்லாம் வந்து நேஷ்னல் இன்கமோட ஆட் ஆகும்? What kind of employments can be called as employment? Ownership, is ownership an employment? So we are going to discuss about that. Workers and employment. Workers Work is an employment. So what is employment and who is a worker? So when a farmer works on fields, he or she produces food grains and raw materials for industries. Cotton becomes cloth in textile mills and in power looms. Lorries transport goods from one place to another. We know that the total money value of all such goods and services produced in a country is called its gross domestic product. So everything is towards what? GDP. Then when we also consider what we pay for our imports and get from our exports, we find that there is a net earning for the country which may be positive or negative. When we add this earning from foreign transactions, what we get is called the country's gross national product for that year. We are going to talk about GDP and GNP first. So what are the works done by it? First GDP we will discuss, gross domestic product. A farmer who produces raw materials, okay? An industry which manufactures. A service which facilitates. So இதெல்லாம் நம்ம எடுக்கிறோம். The raw material, a farmer who produces, direct production. Then an industry which manufactures, which converts raw material into finished goods. Then finally a service, telecommunication service, transportation service which facilitates the business activity. So இது எல்லாத்தையும் சேர்ந்தது தான் நம்ம gross domestic product ன்னு சொல்றோம். So we know the total money value of all such goods and services. The total money value of all goods and services of a country in a particular year is called GDP. So என்ன சொல்றோம்? A farmer who produces, an industry whichever manufactures, a service which facilitates, and the total money value incurred for all these things. இதுக்கு ஒரு 2000, இதுக்கு ஒரு 3000, இதுக்கு ஒரு 3000 னா this 8000 is the GDP of the country. Okay, ஒரு particular year நமக்கு financial year இருக்கு இல்லையா? So within that financial year, whatever total money value we have spent on these goods and services anywhere inside the country is actually called its GDP. Now what we also have to consider is about our imports and exports. So what is GNP அப்படின்னா? Gross national product. So we do imports and exports. Exports minus imports. You might get a plus or minus foreign value. அதாவது if exports are more, you will get plus a foreign value. If imports are more, okay, then you will get a minus of foreign value. So what is your GNP? When you add or subtract, okay, when you add or subtract this foreign value with the GDP in a particular year gives you the GNP for a particular year. அந்த இயரோட ஜிஎன்பி எப்படி கால்குலேட் பண்ணுறோம்? கிராஸ் நேஷ்னல் ப்ராடக்ட். யூ ஆல்ரெடி ஹாவ் யுவர் ஜிடிபி. along with your GDP, either you add or subtract the foreign transaction, import and exportsல வந்திருக்கிற profit or loss, add or subtract பண்ணுறப்போ what you get is called as your gross national product for the particular year. ஸோ என்ன நம்ம ஃபஸ்ட்டு தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறோம் ஒர்க்கர்ஸ் அண்ட் எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட்டில்? ஜிடிபினா என்ன, ஜிஎன்பினா என்ன? ஸோ திங்ஸ் தட் ஃபெசிலிட்டேட், okay, the GNP, whichever contributes for your GDP and GNP. So GDPயும் GNPல add ஆகிறதுனால we'll take GNP into account. ஹோல்சமாக நம்ம எடுத்துக்கிறோம். ஸோ நாட் ஓன்லி டொமஸ்டிக் லெவல் பட் ஆல்சோ இந்த நேஷ்னல் லெவல், அதாவது இம்போர்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் எக்ஸ்போர்ட்ஸையும் கேல்குலேட் பண்ணி நம்ம எடுக்கிறப்போ வாட் எவர் பிகம்ஸ் தேர், வாட் எவர் comes there, whatever contribution comes there, யாரெல்லாம் அங்கே contribute பண்ணுறாங்களோ they are the workers, and whichever work contributes, that is called the employment. So those activities which contribute to GNP, the activities that contribute to GNP are called economic activities. Okay? So all those who are engaged in economic activities in whatever capacity are workers. So whoever is engaged in any of the economic activity, any of the economic activityங்கிறப்போ அந்த ஃபார்மிங் லேண்டில் வேலை செய்கிறவங்களும் எக்கனாமிக் ஆக்டிவிட்டிக்குள்ளே வருவாங்க. Okay, the owner of the industry is also part of the economic activity, and the labor, the watchman, he is also part of the economic activity. And the lorryல வர cleaner எல்லாருமே வந்து they are engaged in the economic activity. Any of the economic activities is called a worker. ஸோ நான் இப்போ ஒர்க் பண்ணுறேன் அப்படின்னா, ஐ ஆம் அ ஒர்க்கர் அப்படின்னா, ஐ ஷுட் கான்ட்ரிபியூட் டுவர்ட்ஸ் இட்ஸ் எக்கனாமிக் ஆக்டிவிட்டி. இந்த எக்கனாமிக் ஆக்டிவிட்டிக்கு கான்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ணாத எதுவுமே ஒர்க்கர், யாருமே வந்து ஒர்க்கராக ஆக மாட்டாங்க. So even if some of them temporarily abstain from work, injury இல்லைனா இப்போ லாக்டவுனில் we did not have work அப்படிங்கிறப்போ even them they are also workers. So temporary abstainment is not considered. So temporary absence isn't considered. ஓகே, ஸோ இப்போ இந்த லாக்டவுனில் யாரும் ஒர்க் பண்ணல, ஒர்க் கிடைக்கலங்கிறவங்கள நம்ம ஒர்க்கர்ஸ் இல்லைன்னு சொல்ல முடியுமானா? நோ, because they are temporarily only. Once the situation gets normal, they are going to go back to work இல்லையா? ஓகே, ஸோ they also include all those who help the main workers. நம்ம ஏற்கனவே சொன்ன மாதிரி those who work along with the main workers are also called as workers. Okay, they are not kept aside, they are also called as workers. We think only those who are paid by an employer for their work as workers. This is not so. Those who are self-employed are also workers. So எனக்கு ஒரு பாஸ் இருந்து அந்த பாஸ் எனக்கு salary கொடுத்தா தான் நான் worker-ஆனா no. Even if I am self-employed, I am called a worker. Those who are self-employed are also called workers. Okay, the nature of employment in India is multifaceted. So it is not only that only in farms, only in industries, only in services they are employed. No, this multifaceted. enna madri vena irukkalam. Some get employment throughout the year, some others are employed for only a few months in a year. So the nature of employment is multifaceted. Some are working throughout the year, some may not work throughout the year. அவங்களுக்கு opportunity இல்லாம இருக்கலாம். Only few days a year they might get. அந்த 100 நாள் வேலை திட்டம் மாதிரி. So those who have this drilling machine, bore போடுற machine இதெல்லாம் பார்த்தா when they'll get periodic employment. Daily அவங்களுக்கு work இருக்குமான்னு கேட்டால் no, it differs. அதே மாதிரி cobblersலாம் நம்ம பார்க்குறோம், அவங்க daily அந்த இடத்துல தான் இருக்காங்க. But will they get daily someone to come and mend their shoes அப்படின்னா no. Okay, so it is multifaceted. Many workers do not get fair wages for their work. While estimating the number of workers, all those who are engaged in economic activities are included as employed. So யாரெல்லாம் economic activitiesல இருக்காங்களோ அவங்க எல்லாருமே employed. ஆனால் per capita income calculation அப்போ total incomeல contribution கம்மியாக இருக்கிறப்போ the per capita income decreases. That is the main reason. Okay, so interested knowing the number of people actively engaged, I am not sharing the statistics with you because it has changed now and I want you to look into it. The majority of our people reside in rural areas. The proportion of workforce residing there is higher. The rural workers are more. Than the urban workforce, which is now trying to getting equal. Okay, men from the majority of workforce, men form the majority of workforce in India. I don't want to I don't want to accept it because nowadays we know that it is becoming equal. So it was it is now the era is changing where this is even changing. இது கூட நமக்கு சேஞ்ச் ஆகிட்டே தான் இருக்குது. That we have already seen rural workers, they come out of their situations, they migrate to urban places for employment opportunities and for the betterment of their life. அதே மாதிரி தான் women also have started working, but the proportion is slightly different. Men form higher workforce than women. Okay, and women carry out works like cooking, fetching water and fuel wood, and participate in farm labor that happens in rural societies. Anga vandu basic household works or minimal work only they will do. So rural women do household activities or minimal earning work. always a women's salary is considered to be the secondary salary of the family. அங்கே யாரோ ஒரு மேனோட ஃபேமிலி தான் வந்து ப்ரைமரி சேலரி, நெக்ஸ்ட் லெவல் ஆஃப் சேலரி இஸ் ஜஸ்ட் த செகண்டரி சேலரிங்கிற தாட் ப்ரிவைல்ஸ் ஈவன் டுடே. பட் இட் இஸ் நாட் ஃபேக்சுவல். எல்லாரோட ஃபேமிலிக்கும் இப்படி தான் இருக்குங்கிறது கிடையாது. தெர் ஆர் மெனி விமென் who take care of their family, whose salary or whose wages become their primary workforce. ப்ரைமரியாக அவங்களோட ஃபேமிலி ரன் பண்ணுறதே எதை வச்சு ரன் பண்ணுவாங்க அப்படின்னா, based on the women's salary only they run their work. Okay, so women are not paid wages in cash, they are paid in form of grains. So the women are not categorized as workers, but we have argued that these women should also be called workers. So mothers ku working what to say, homemakers ku we don't pay them, we don't, what to say, I might get my salary and give it to my mom, okay, but it's not her salary or her wages. நான் அவங்க வேலை செய்கிறாங்கங்கிறதுக்காக நான் அதை வேஜாக கொடுக்கல இல்லையா, it is not a salary for her, so they are not called as workers. But what do economists argue? Economists argue that women at home should also be called workers. ஏன் அப்படின்னா, if my mother is not there or if homemakers are not there, நான் அங்கே வந்து ஒரு குக் ஒருத்தங்க நான் வைக்கணும். ஸோ அந்த குக்குக்கு நான் 3000 rupees நான் பே பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா, ஸோ தட் எக்ஸ்பெண்டிச்சர் ஷுட் பி டேக்கன் இன்டு அக்கௌண்ட் இல்லையா, right? It is not her wages or salaries. What we are trying to explain here is they are also part of working force. அவங்களும் employmentல இருக்காங்க. They too contribute towards national income. So they should also be called as working women. Is actually the argument kept by the economists, but it is not accepted by everybody, as we already know, isn't it? We don't generally agree, we just say they are homemakers. So what I am requesting you is, never ever call your mothers, okay, who are at home taking care of you as unemployed, just call them as homemakers, okay. So it would definitely affect their self-worth. Never ever discriminate them, or don't allow others also to discriminate them. You need to give them the courage to stand against such discrimination. யாரோன்னு நம்ம ரிலேட்டிவ்ஸில் கூட சொல்லலாம், சும்மா தானே வீட்டில் இருக்க. You tell your mothers not to accept that saying or accept that, okay. It is not true, okay, because as I said already, women are becoming empowered and they are self-employed nowadays. They are not expecting someone to give them work. They are self-employed. They are taking care of their expenses, they themselves. அது ஸ்லோவாக தான் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகுது. ரைட் ஃப்ரம் வேர், ஃப்ரம் ஆர் ஃப்ரீடம், இண்டிபெண்டன்ஸில் இருந்து ஈவன் த கண்ட்ரி வாஸ் இண்டிபெண்டன்ட், விமென் of our country were not ready to come out of their homes and to study, to work. Not only were they not ready, people did not allow them, okay. It took a long time for that civilization to happen, to allow women to study and to work. So that this change is happening, and it is happening gradually. Overall change illama, it is taking place step by step. Women are crossing the obstacles one by one. So what I want you to do is respect, okay, whether they are employed or unemployed, they are in some sort of way contributing towards the national income. That doesn't mean that you have to stay unemployed, okay. We need to find a good employment opportunity and make ourselves deserving for that employment opportunity. அதுதான் ரொம்ப முக்கியம். So that is why we tell you to study well, to gain knowledge and to increase your skills. Your books alone would not help you, would not get you economical activities like this to earn, but you should also improvise yourself, learn some skills, crafts, and you need to gain employment, so that it does not help only you, it's going to help the development of the country even. So that is about employment that we have discussed today. In the next session, we are going to discuss some statistics about participation of people in employment. So what is the ratio that they are participating, what kind of workers do we have, in which they are participating to the maximum, adellame nammo next session la discuss pandrom. We are going to talk about self-employed and hired workers in the next session. If at all you have any doubts till now, whatever we have discussed, please feel free to reach me out and get your doubts clarified. Thank you, and may all have a wonderful day today.